Hi, so this video is all about writing lab reports and submitting lab reports for AP Biology. And there are extensive lab report guidelines for AP Biology. This document, you'll be given a copy of this document, and of course it is available on the course website as well. There's a table of contents for it. That's how big it is. And you need to read through this document and make sure you understand everything, because the expectation is when you submit a lab report for AP Biology that it's going to adhere to the guidelines that are shown here. And it really covers everything. You know, it covers how to write backgrounds, what materials should look like, what a procedure should look like, you know, results, how to present tables, how to present graphs, how to discuss your results, what should be in there, references, if you're going to have appendixes, things about how long it should be, and places to go if you need more help. And I mean, it is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing because it really spells out how you're going to be evaluated in the document, and it really removes any excuse you have to not get 100 on a lab report. A copy of the rubric is included so you can see kind of like how you're going to be graded. I mean, it's an awesome, awesome thing. So that's really the first thing you need to do is read through that document. But there is a template document that is provided as well, which you can use, but you don't have to use if you don't want to. But I'll show you how to get access to that template document. So all labs are going to be written up in Google Docs and shared with me in Google Docs, which is just an easy way for me to keep track. They'll also be submitted to Turnitin.com as well, but pretty much the way it goes, if you want to use the template document, here's the way to do it. If you don't, right, you're just going to create a new document and just start cranking out a lab. I mean, that's the way to do it. But if you want to use the template document, go to Create from Template, and now we're going to look for the AP Biology lab template. All right, so there it is. And so if you just search for AP Biology, it'll come up. This is only true, by the way, if you're in the deerparkschools.org account. I will put it in the public templates at some point, but I don't know if I'll ever get around to it. And sometimes that thing acts a little bit weird. But pretty much what you're going to do is just click Use this template. And you're going to get a copy of your own template. Now, of course, the two things that we should always do, right? Change the name of the lab report. So we're going to call it, I don't know, like our first lab report will be on something. So let's say it's on animal behavior, although it won't be, right? Animal behavior lab report. And of course your last name should be first. So you want to definitely put your last name up there. Like, there we go. All right. So now we've changed our file name. The other thing that you need to do is share the document, right? So definitely make sure that I have editor access, or Ms. Green has editor access, depending upon who your teacher is, right? Can edit, share, and save. And we're done. All right, and then you just basically work through it. So you don't need to keep anything the same here, but it's just a good way of having do different sections. And anything in angle brackets needs to be replaced. So replace everything, including the angle brackets on it. And you just work your way through, right? So there's your objectives and a link to the guidelines, and that just goes to the published version of the lab report so that you can go back and forth and kind of just make sure that you're following the guidelines. Questions, justification, independent and dependent variable identification, your methods, your materials, your procedure. And so, you know, different things to talk about. And this is just to make sure that you have everything, right? Results, qualitative data, quantitative data, calculations. This is what a figure would look like. So for this, you would just copy it as many times as you would need for all the different figures in your lab report, right? And put a description. Same thing with tables right down here. Then you have your discussion, your conclusions, your experimental evaluation, your references, any appendixes, all of those kinds of stuff. And if you work through it, right, then you're going to have an awesome lab report. Remember, you don't need to share it with me again. It's already shared with me, and that's nice. So you don't need to use this. I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing you to use one particular format. But if you do use this and you use it correctly, then you're pretty much guaranteed that everything that needs to be in your report will be in your report, which is going to be a helpful thing in the long run. All right, so that's the process of submitting labs in AP Biology. It certainly is the most intense lab report submissions that you've ever had to deal with, but that's because we're trying to get you in shape for college. All right, cool. Thanks.